All right, Deadlights, we are off and running. 3 weeks to go until the premiere of It. Welcome to Derry, and things are heating up. We got some interviews with Andy and Barbara Muschietti and a lot more. Hey everyone, this is Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're looking forward to It, welcome to Derry. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to talk about it and discuss it and review every episode after each one airs. I can't wait to talk about it with you all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We got a lot to discuss, including how long are we going to have to wait until Pennywise appears in this series. It sounds like a little while. But I got to be honest with you, I'm completely convinced this series is going to be absolutely insane. First off, Andy and Barbara Muschietti, they are cooking up a mythology. In the new SFX magazine piece, Andy Muschietti basically says, yeah, we're doing the Jaws effect. They're holding back Pennywise, making us wait for that moment when he finally appears. It's that classic horror movie, slow burn, the you know he's coming, but you don't know when kind of dread. I'll be dreading it, trust me. Andy Muschietti explains in the magazine, in a series it translates to basically not showing the monster in a movie until it's the right time. It's the Jaws effect. It's very basic. The idea is building tension around the apparition of a monster that we know already, and people are waiting. When is it going to appear? It's very appropriate for a monster that is a shapeshifter to appear in several different shapes and manifestations before he shows up as a clown. He continues teasing the surprising ways in which Bill Skarsgård, otherworldly antagonist, will present himself in the show. So I thought that was fun. As a concept, it was pretty basic to me that we would delay the apparition of the monster to create that good anxiety and suspense. When it appears in a big way. I thought it would be gratifying for the audience to delay that climax. And honestly, that's genius because Jaws is perfect. But this is because it isn't just a clown. It's a shape-shifting cosmic nightmare that feeds on fear. Fear is just the salt to the meat. So what better way to reintroduce it than by showing us its other forms? Andy Muschietti even teased that we'll see multiple manifestations of it before Pennywise shows up, which already sounds like nightmare fuels, and if you see my other videos, this is how I'm watching it. Now, enter Bill Skarsgård. According to the Muschiettis, the dude was hesitant to come back, and can you blame him? The man's been in psychological trenches, John Wick, Nosferatu, It Chapter 2, and Chapter 1. Of course, living inside Pennywise's head can't exactly be good for your mental health. But then, something changed. Andy and Barbara say once they started talking about the Bob Gray storyline, the idea of exploring how this thing became Pennywise, Bill was totally in. Due to Bob Gray prequel arc, that is what I have been talking about. That's what ties this show directly into King's cosmic mythology, the mystery of how a timeless, interdimensional entity chose to become a smiling, dancing clown. That's not just spooky, that's biblical horror energy. And then we've got the San Diego Comic-Con footage. Popverse got to watch the first 10 minutes and described it as next level disturbing. We've got a 1960s kid, a movie theater, and a nice American family that slowly turns horrifyingly wrong. The son spelling out decapitated, the daughter eating raw liver. It's grotesque, uncanny, almost dreamlike. And then the pregnant mom gives birth to something inhuman. The blood sprays the car windows, and a red candy pacifier falls like a balloon. It's symbolic. It's chilling. But it's frickin' it. And now here's where my brain starts spinning. This isn't just random horror imagery. Remember, this story takes place in 1960s Maine, a time steeped in folklore. Legends of the Shagama, the Bildad, the Agrapoletter. I've been to Maine twice in my life, so I'm kind of an expert on the area. I'm joking. These bizarre cryptids from lumber camp ghost stories, the Muschiettis are absolutely smart enough to weave that local mythos into its shape-shifting forms. Think about it. Before we ever see Pennywise, it could be appearing as the creature's Maine already fears. Imagine an episode where a logger swears he saw a shagama, a half-bear, half-moose thingy, tearing through the woods, only for it to be it feeding. Or maybe a haunting woman in white ghost story turns out to be another of its disguises. And with all the 1960s paranoia, UFOs, Cold War anxiety, the Mothman sightings just one state away, Derry could have been a perfect feeding ground. Fear of nuclear war, monsters in the sky, creatures in the woods. It would feed on that hysteria, taking on whatever form the townsfolk were most scared of at that time. So when Andy Muschietti says, when it appears in a big way, I think he means that when Pennywise finally shows up, after all these shifting, folkloric, psychological horrors, it's going to be like a freight train. And that's why I'm hyped, man, because Welcome to Derry isn't just a prequel, it's a full-blown exploration of fear itself. It's Stephen King's cosmic horror meets Americana mythology meets 1960s paranoia. And if the Muschiettis pull this off, this could actually expand the Stephen King cinematic universe in a way no other project has. So yeah, when Pennywise finally steps out of the shadows, I don't think we're just getting a return of the clown. I think we're seeing what birthed him. And if that red pacifier really symbolizes the first balloon, then Welcome to Derry might just be showing us the moment it decided to smile. And they're all going to float down there. And I am really excited for this show. Every time I hear something about it, it sounds more and more amazing. Like, it just sounds like it's going to be a blast. When I started reading the article about how they were pushing Pennywise off the first little while, like, he's not, I don't think he's going to be in the first episode at all. I think we're going to have to wait probably 2, 3. He might even be the halfway point, maybe episode 4 or 5 until we get to Pennywise, which concerned me. But then you think about what they said and you remember the folklore of that area in that specific time, and all of a sudden it's like, do we necessarily need Pennywise until then? We got to build to the monster, obviously, as Andy Muschietti says in the SFX article. You build to him, you establish more lore, more scares, and then right when we're kind of over all of the folklore and we've kind of settled into it and be like, okay, we got it, the clown shows up and starts terrorizing all of them. And it sounds phenomenal. I can't wait. And I'm going to know your thoughts in the comments down below. You're looking forward to it? Does this stuff hinder your expectations? Like, what do you make of this? Are you afraid that holding off on Pennywise too long might take away from it? Like, I even know just doing Alien Earth, reviewing that series for a while, people were really upset with the lack of use of xenomorphs. Do you think we're in that path with Pennywise? Are they going to underutilize Pennywise? I think getting Bill Skarsgård back, I think we're going to get a full-blown Pennywise that's really going to blow our minds. Towards the end, maybe. I don't know, the beginning, obviously, but I think he's coming in probably towards the halfway mark, episode 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there, or the very end of episode 1. But I think it's going to be episode 3, 4, or 5, and I'm very excited to see what we get and where we go from it. 3 weeks away, like I said, I'll be covering it, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And until next time, may you be the master of your own universe.